Hey guys, Natural Prepper here, and I'm here this evening with my friend Mandy Banded. A couple of my videos, you guys might remember me mentioning a friend that I've known since high school, and she's the one that inspired me to rework my bug out bag when she showed me hers. And she's also one I've mentioned about also having chickens. I got my 2 Americanas from her. And several other things. Anyway, Mandy has a channel that she set up here recently, and it kind of plays into a lot of what we're talking about with prepping. So I wanted to introduce her and her channel to some of you guys who might be interested. Her channel is called Mandy Banded. I'm going to put the link here on the video down below. And it's basically about her journey through lap band surgery to lose weight. And what Mandy and I have been kind of sitting here talking about is the fact that, you know, we both had already started learning some prep skills and starting our prepping journey, but we both had separately watched a video from ThePatriotNurse. I think the video is actually like 2 years old at this point as far as what she had put out, but the video kind of separately, without us knowing each other had watched it, had kind of sparked a little fire under both of our butts and brought at least her to this extreme point that she's at right now. So we just kind of want to talk a little bit about that. You want to kind of explain first what lap band surgery is?
Sure. Lap band surgery doesn't alter your digestive tract at all, except that where your esophagus comes down into your stomach, they place a band that's inflatable with saline, and it restricts how quickly your food goes into the rest of your stomach, which makes you feel full faster and full longer, and helps you to lose weight. When I saw the video that ThePatriotNurse did, she talked about the first people who are going to die in a shit hit the fan situation, and I was on that list for several different things. And so I was thinking, you know, all this prepping that I'm doing, is it really going to do me any good if I can't bug out, or I can't run, or I'm dependent on medicine for diabetes or high blood pressure or high cholesterol? It doesn't do me any good to have 75 pounds of rice and, you know, hundreds of pounds of sugar and all this shit stored. Sorry.
If you can't, no, that's fine.
If I can't
carry it,
if I can't carry it, if I can't run away. And then I thought, well, if I can't bug out, or I can't do some of these physical activities when the shit hits the fan, what's going to happen to my husband or my son or my daughter? Or, you know, they're not going to want to leave me.
Right. And
do I want to feel responsible for their demise?
Exactly.
Because I couldn't leave or run away. So I started, this was over a year ago, I guess, that I saw her, it's about 18 months ago, that I saw her video, and I started looking into lap band surgery. And I know that it's extreme, but I've tried every fad diet. I've always been a heavy girl, and I just don't want to be unhealthy. I don't want to be the reason that a family member would stay behind, or, you know, I just don't want to be separated. The whole reason is to stay together with your family and be prepared.
Right.
So I thought, you know, all these other preparations we've made don't mean anything if I can't prep physically. And it's taken me about 18 months to get to the point where I could actually have the surgery. We have to go through all sorts of approvals and stuff like that, but I'm finally here. So I'm banded.
Yay! Just a couple days banded at this point.
Today.
Yeah.
Actually.
Now that channel, just so some of you guys know, her channel is not geared towards anything, you know, for preppers. It's geared for people getting the lap band surgery. So maybe it's that part of your prepping is that you need to do something like that. But you won't hear doing a whole lot of conversing on there about bugging out, things like that. But the thing that was intriguing for me was that that's part of her prepping. Everybody's got things, whether it's learning how to make a fire outside or, you know, our chickens and things like that. The thing that happened, I think, before all that, though, is like we were talking about getting off of pharmaceutical medications, because that was another thing the Patriot Nurse had brought up was, you know, if you can't get to the pharmacy in 3 days, which you guys know Jasmine, one of our other friends, she's in that situation. She's insulin dependent type, so yeah, she's got a problem. But Mandy made an effort before she went to this step. She was making an effort to get off of any pharmaceutical medicines and stuff.
And actually, the funny thing was, before I even had the surgery, there was about an 8-month period between times that I had blood work done, and during that period, I had stopped taking all pharmaceuticals against the advice of my doctor. I stopped taking, you know, medicine for diabetes. I stopped taking ADHD medication, everything. I just stopped taking everything cold turkey. And it was hard at first because that ADHD medicine is some good shit. But when I went back the second time for blood work, all my levels had improved without pharmaceuticals.
Right.
And there wasn't any significant change in my diet or exercise, or I didn't do anything else except stop taking pharmaceuticals that were supposed to make me feel better.
Right.
But they actually did not.
Well, especially when you're taking more than one, they start affecting your physiological body.
Right. And I'm not saying stop taking all your medicines. It worked for me. You have to look at your own situation. And
yeah, and there's a lot of medicines you certainly can't quit cold turkey either. Even if you can get along without them, you don't want to quit cold turkey, especially some of the things that are like psychotropic types or the nerve conditions like anxiety pills and stuff like that. You don't want to just cut yourself off. But you also have to think about, you know, while you're prepping, if you have any inclination that you think that, you know, the economy could fail, China could invade, whatever, any of the scenarios that we all think about, EMP attacks, a natural disaster, if you can't get to that pharmacy, is it really necessary that you're, you know, addicted to Xanax? I mean... Well,
and for me, my thoughts were, do I want to quit now while I still have a cushion, or do I want to quit in a shit hit the fan scenario?
Yeah, stressful situation. Well, that's kind of like one of the things that I had changed about my bug out bag. And a lot of people that saw that video will remember me talking about the fact that, like with the foods, the MRE bars, no, you know, they're not that great. And so, yeah, I'd rather have a little thing of coffee and sugar and some dehydrated vegetable soup and foods like hot chocolate and stuff that would be comfort foods. Because if you're in that stressful of a situation, if you've had to take off into the woods and you're having to set up camp and you don't know, you know, communications down, whatever, you don't want to be uncomfortable. And going through DTs of any type, I mean, it's just going to make a stressful situation worse. It's going to make it unbearable. So, you know, I guess the one of the points to all this was, hey, thank you, Patriot Nurse, for the little kick in the ass. Hope one day maybe you'll make it over to the western side of the state of Virginia, because we'd probably love to go to one of those clinics. She does the clinics for like a weekend. She just got done doing one up in Pennsylvania. She travels all around. But,
yeah, big thank you, Patriot Nurse, because you are the reason that I made all these changes. When it comes right down to it, you opened my eyes.
That video really slapped me in the face. And I'm not a diabetic, but it was a slap in the face. And
I started thinking, not just for myself, but, you know, all my loved ones. You know, my mom's on medication. My husband has high cholesterol. My whole family. Everybody's on something.
You don't have, right, or you don't want to do, or whatever.
Another thing I disagree with that has to do with the bariatric surgery is, you know, They tell you not to eat fat. They tell you not to have sugar. They tell you to have, use artificial sweeteners, no honey, because it has too many sugars in it. I call bullshit. Don't just prep with food and stuff. Prep with your body.
Prep physically.
Prep physically.
Physically and mentally and emotionally. Yeah.
Because, even if it's not an economic collapse, if it's some sort of national problem or a natural disaster, if any of those things happened, where would you be?
These guys just right over here in New Jersey and Connecticut that dealt with Hurricane Sandy. They're not really covering much of it anymore, but there's people that are still homeless, but they went a long time. Help couldn't even get into them to get them out.
And then, when you get out, where are you going to go?
You're right. And what are you going to do when you get there? Even if you find a place to go, what are you going to do once you get there?
You need to be strong mentally, physically. If you're already on the down slope, healthy, health-wise, if your health is already crap, you're not going to survive that.
Right.
You're just not. And I want to live.
I would like to live too. All right, guys. So again, thanks, Patriot Nurse, and all the rest of you all that offer out your skills to us on YouTube. And again, check out Mandy's channel, Mandy Banded. Links below in the comment section. And talk to you guys again real soon.
See ya.